Marko Juras here from Fair Realty with your July 2022 market update. I have my notes here, a lot to go over, so let's get started. We had 510 sales for the month of July. That was down 39% from last year. That was also the second month in a row we've set a 22-year low for sales. To find a lower July, you have to go back to the year 2000 when we had 450 sales. That being said, 510, it's not super horrible. My three first years in real estate, so 2010 we had 527, 2011 we had 523, and 2012 we had 523 sales. So 510, it's a 22-year low, not a complete disaster, but you can't ignore that it's a 22-year low. Active listings were up to 2,162 listings. That is up 70% from last year, but keep in mind last year was a record low. So we are up 70%, but we're still below a 10 and 20-year average on active listings. So there isn't a huge amount of inventory piling up out there despite the sales being low. Nonetheless, it's putting a downward pressure on prices, and we'll go over that. I also think active inventory at this point, it's going to start to plateau at around 22 to 2,300. And as we head towards the new year, I don't think that number is going to go up that much, just because seasonally, as we go towards the new year, less and less sellers are listing. New listings, 1,101 new listing for the month of July. This is once again below a 10-year average, below a 20-year average. And most of the numbers I can explain. You know, sales are down as interest rates have gone up. It's reduced affordability. Prices have gone down. The fact that new listings are below a 10 and 20-year low, I can't really explain that. It's just, I guess sellers there isn't that many sellers that are rushing to put their home on the market despite the higher interest rates, which would indicate to me there isn't that many people in trouble at this point due to the higher interest rates to the point where they actually have to sell. So 22-year low in sales, but active inventory and new listings below 10-year and 20-year averages. Let's get to the interesting part. Prices. Single family home median, 1,090. Let me go over the beginning of the year. March, we were at 1.31. April, 1.251. May, 1.24. June, 1.178. We're down to 1.09. So since March and peak, the average single family home median in Victoria has dropped 17%. That's kind of crazy. The average is down to 1.2 million. First 3 months of this year, it was above 1.4 million every month. So we've seen a 17% price drop since peak. Kind of makes sense. I just sold a house today that I had listed for $865,000. That seller, I told back in February, somewhere around $1,025,000 to $1,050,000, and we went from $1,025,000 to $1,050,000 on this house to $865,000 sold today. Condos, similar story. Median is down to 550. We peaked in February at 620, so that's approximately 11% drop. Same with the average. We peaked at 684,000 earlier in the year. Now we're below 600, 598,000. So condos, they've dropped a bit less than single family homes. I'm looking at 11% drop instead of 17% drop. So it's a tough market out there. If you're a seller, you have to price ahead of the market. We've been dropping 2-3% every month. If you go at market or slightly higher, you might end up chasing the market down. As a buyer, a lot of buyers have pulled back. They want to see how things are going to develop going forward. That being said, if you're a buyer right now, there's some great opportunities out there. Prices have definitely dropped. You can make conditional offers. You can also get good deals within the market. So you might be able to find a seller who's super motivated, who's already priced 17% below peak, and then get a further discount on top of that. What happens forward? I think in the fall things will stabilize. I'm not trying to pump the market. The reason I think things will stabilize is inventory is still very low and not climbing. And I think sooner or later, affordability is going to improve a bit with these huge drops we've had in pricing. It's going to stabilize the market a bit, and we'll see what happens next spring. That's it for now. Marko Juras, Fair Realty.